Imagine pasting a Makerworld link and instantly getting a complete Shopify product with title, photos, description, SEO, pricing, and variants, all done automatically. Sounds pretty crazy, right? Well, let me show you how I built it. Hey everyone, it's Andre here. And if you work with 3D models, and especially if you bought like a Patreon license from one of your favorite creators, like HP Infant or Saber, then you know the pain. You get these beautiful models, but actually listing them on your store takes forever. And since you've already bought the entire package, why not use them all? So every product needs a title, a description, images, tags, SEO fields. Multiply that by 50 or 100 models that are usually in a maker's collection, and suddenly you're spending a lot of time doing these chores. So you spend more setting up things rather than printing what you really like. For me, I noticed this when I first started my Shopify store selling 3D prints, that I would always run into this bottleneck. I would download the models, import them, generate titles and descriptions using ChatGPT, and then just copy paste them into Shopify, clean them, select the photos, download the photos, upload them back into Shopify. Then I would also have to compute the price. So I would slice the model. I would have an Excel file that I would input the price of the power, the price of the filament, the price of the printer, and then it would compute this cost. Then I would have to add my margin to it and then set it into Shopify. Doing that, for hundreds of products, just set the price, repeat. It was very boring and manual, and it kind of sucked the joy out of 3D printing. But then I realized, if you look at the Makerworld link, you kind of already have everything you need there. You have a name, you have a description, you have a pictures of the model that's already printed. Have the print profiles that give you the print duration and filament weight that it would use, the categories. So then I thought, hey, what if I could just paste this link in an app and the AI could do the rest. Alright, so now let's think of a real world example. Let's imagine you're running a high-end luxury shop on Shopify and you want to sell like a really premium flower pots and vases and stuff like that. So this is how the UI of the tool looks like, and the first thing that we gotta do is set our tone of voice and add content to our project knowledge base. So for that I just went to Gemini in this case, and I asked it to just generate a tone of voice for my shop. Let's just copy paste this whole text here. Okay, we got it. Let's just add it here. Okay, now let's think of the knowledge base. So in the knowledge base, ideally we would like to tell it how to generate our titles and descriptions, and even things like SEO titles and description. So I also used Gemini for that, and I asked it what the product description should look like. So let's just copy paste this. Okay, and we'll just give it the rules for generating product descriptions. Alright, now let's think about the titles. So again, I asked Gemini. Okay, let's create a new one. So this one will be rules for generating product titles. But we also want the SEO title and SEO description, because that's important to get organic traffic for Google. Okay, rules for SEO, meta title and description. Alright, so the next thing we gotta do is set up our pricing. For that we have this button here, in which you can set, so this is just a generic, labor time in minutes that we think each print would take. So for example, cleaning the build plate, loading the filament, slicing, and things like that. Let's just say it takes us an average of 10 minutes. Then we would need the labor cost. So how much do we want to pay ourselves? Let's go for the average wage, which I think is about $30 an hour. Then we would need some way to input the cost of the filament. Let's just say it's, I don't know, $20 per kilogram. And then we would need the cost of power, which I think I did a search before. It's 17 cents. So let's go and input that here. Okay, the machine cost. Let's say you have a P1S. A P1S is now, let's go for the combo. Combo is 539 euros, so let's go for $600 approximately. This is the amortization. So in how many hours will you consider as this print as fully amortized? I usually go for 2000 hours, which will lead to a slightly bigger cost. The lifespan of a 3D printer can go up to, I don't know, 8000 hours, so it's up to you. Let's leave it for 2000 now. And the power consumption in watts per hour for each of these printers. I think for the P1S it's 200. And we also have an error rate, so sometimes prints fail. It's good to have that in your pricing as well. So this will add the 5% cost to all of these, and also the margin. So this is how much we want to add on top of our cost. Let's go for an 80% margin, right? So this is a good margin to have, I think. Alright, so now we're all set. We just need a link to Makerable, and I've chosen this model from HP Invent, one of my favorite designers. We just need to copy this link, and we can also see it has multiple print profiles for multiple sizes, right? So ideally we would have all of them in Shopify. Let's just enter the URL here and click submit. Alright, so this is the data that the script gathered from Makerworld. So we can see the title, description. This is also the variants, the options that are the print profiles. So we can select which ones we want to add to our shop. We can also see the computed price for each of them. Let's say we want to list all of them. We can also see a breakdown of the cost. So this is how much the filament would cost, the electricity, the machine, the labor, errors. So it gives us a total cost and the margin. And we can see that the final price will be $12, out of which 5 is our margin, right? Okay. Let's now scroll down, and here we can find a selection of images. We can click on those that we want to import on our shop. You can see it found multiple images on that page. We can add all of them or just a few. The generation of the AI title and description will be based on these pictures. So it's good to select pictures that are relevant for how it would be used and so on. Okay, this button here, which is called Enhance with AI. Alright, so we see here that it generated a title, it gave it a name, so that's according to our guidelines. It has a narrative. It generated some tags, so it also talked about the matte finish. generated an SEO title. You can see that it's more practical, right? So it's not only the selling point, it's a printer, it's a 3D printed planter, it's modern, it's sculptural, and also an SEO description. So now what we can do is, if we don't like this, we can just change the knowledge base and click enhance with AI again. It will generate a different one. Okay, and now we can just hit publish to Shopify. And let's see if we have our product listed here. Let's refresh. And there we have it. So here is our product. I'd say it's a cool description. Could have been better, probably. This is the media that has been imported from our selection. We can also see the variants here. So it took the description, and we see the prices here that were computed. Okay, so everything looks good. Let's also check the SEO title and description. Okay, all good. Let's see if we can preview this product. Yeah. Yeah. Looks good. Let's say we wanted a different thing. Like, let's say that we wanted to add something on the description. So make sure you include ideas on how the product can be used or how it can be featured. Let's click save, and we'll just call this again. Alright, so it's slightly different. It did add what to pair it with. Nice. So I could then, publish this again on my store. But there's also another thing that you could do. Let's say you want to run a Spanish shop. So let's just say language. Make sure all content is in Spanish. Let's see what happens now. Right. We got our title and description in Spanish. Also the tags. So that's a very easy way to generate translations for your products, and it only takes 5 minutes to generate them. This actually helped me to find niches. So by just by being able to quickly go through a lot of products and use Google ads and Facebook ads, you can find those that would actually sell. This is basically an experimentation tool. It allows you to experiment at scale and find niches or categories of products that work for you and your audience. Alright, so that was it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe. For now I'm just using this tool for myself, but I've been thinking this actually might be a useful Shopify app for other 3D printing businesses. So I'm curious, what tools do you use to simplify this process? Let me know in the comments, and maybe if you'd be interested in using something like this, I might publish it someday. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.